Hey, Dima. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Rev.
How are you feeling today?
I'm doing good. I'm at ATH Prague. It's pretty good community here. A
Lovely.
lot of discussions. Vitalik looks like he's high. He's joking, and everybody's having fun.
Yeah, that's the energy. So let me bring up your presentation and we can start.
Yeah.
Please take it away.
Yeah, my present. You were saying like we will have an interesting topic about security. No, usually topics about security are quite boring and scary, and it's far away from being interesting. I tried to do a storytelling about security landscape, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you will like the format because once again, security unfortunately is quite boring stuff to do. Okay, so I named the presentation Web3 Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is my favorite and probably the only game I still play back from the 90s, Sega Mega Drive. So yeah, to start, I would like to show the main actors of our scene, our Web3 space, like a little kitten, cute kitten, but not as cute as UA Cats division, of course. And three main actors is hackers, fraudsters, and scammers. So hackers, okay, it's probably very obvious. These are in our space, mostly it's not security guys, like not Web2 security guys, but rather talented devs who know how to build protocols and know where to find vulnerabilities, bugs, and spots where they can take advantage over inefficiency of the protocol. Scammers, these lame guys who just scam people with the rug pulls, with fake phishing, with some phishing, with some even I would say scammers are VCs and some launchpads that list tokens that will never will succeed. And fraudsters, these are probably the biggest enemies and the most dangerous guys. These are guys who have public profile, who have a lot of who have big business and who seems to be legit, and that they are basically doing all the things to hide big fraud schemes. And let's have a look at them in a little bit more details. So our hacking journey started in 2017 with a tiny ICO, and in order to step in, like in the prison room, you need to show something about yourself. And we decided that okay, let's find where are market not even inefficiencies, but let's say even fraud and manipulations, and let's start to research about it, and hopefully community will like what we are doing and we can gain some reputation. So in 2018 we decided to focus on cryptocurrency exchanges, and because we saw that they are very untransparent, and they the volume that was on different exchanges was misleading people to deposit their funds on exchange that basically don't have any liquidity. And yeah, so we decided to sorry for this personal memes, but it's
They're cool. Keep them
describe the, the mood that we had. So we decided to put a lot of efforts and actually money resources into revealing manipulations regarding volume. And basically one of the most we started to uh, uh, check all the data in the order books for main trading pairs at 16 biggest exchanges, and we try to understand what is the percentage of the wash trading in these exchanges. Basically, we say that wash trading is something that is trading between the spread, and we have made big research, not only on BitHump, but on BitHump was probably the biggest one. And we identified that like 94% of the trading volume was basically fake. And these news were like spread all over the crypto vaults. And the first guys who have approached me was Brandon Chess from, he was at that point of time unknown founder of CoinMarketCap. And first, they were furious that we kind of point finger at CoinMarketCap that their volume numbers of exchanges doesn't make sense. But then we have brainstormed what we can do, and in fact, it resulted that CoinMarketCap introduced just in trading volume. Furthermore, they have introduced the spread, which is also very important to understand.
Super nice. Yeah.
Exchanges, and then together with them, I was personally drafting the presentation for Data Accountability and Transparency Alliance under CoinMarketCap umbrella, where most of the exchanges came joins, and they agreed on the API, how they submit data about their volumes and their spread. So that was a success for us. We were very happy, and we thought that we can do everything. Even this small Ukrainian unknown team. Like before that, people didn't know that Ukrainians are brave people. Like we still had this a little bit shady reputation. Of course, now it's the world sees us differently. But yeah, we decided, okay, we revealed some nice hymn, but this is not enough. Let's try to do something bigger. And we identified next thing is that the exchanges balances and exchanges wallets, they are not publicly available at that point of time at all. And we wanted to collect all the exchanges wallets and to see who actually owns what. And we started to do that in the late 2018, beginning 2019. We have partnered with Etherscan, with Crystal blockchain, to collect as many wallets as we can. We did quite a lot of marketing campaign, and even CZ was inviting me. He knew what we were doing. He was supporting us. He was inviting me to his conference to speak about this. But in fact, none CoinGecko, none CoinMarketCap didn't want to take our data to. They did take a little bit CoinGecko for our cryptocurrency exchanges, but because we didn't manage to collect enough wallets, because obviously they were super hidden, we just couldn't. And the end of the story was that Quadriga CX, an amazing movie that you probably know, the Netflix movie about Quadriga CX founder, I forgot the name. It gave some push that exchanges need to do the proof of reserve, but
and have more transparency.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. So we screamed. We did a lot of attempts, but we just were spending time, efforts, and money. And all of us know how the story ended up. It ended up with this motherfucker robbing all our money, and we are also victims of FTX, and basically spending clients' deposits to fund some shitcoins. So yeah, this battle we lost. I can say right now. So our next big battle started. We started to chase hackers again, and not in the way that's normally you you can think about, like catching those who were already stealing money, or like auditing smart contracts or auditing like exchanges. We decided to raise the attention to those exchanges and platforms that don't do enough security assessments. And that was our next big research when we have launched the cybersecurity ranking of cryptocurrency exchanges, where we gathered a lot of different data all related to exchanges. And we tried our best to integrate these rankings to CoinGecko. And in fact, it was a success. We the trust score of CoinGecko, which is very important. Most of the exchanges care a lot about it. 20% of this trust score became our data on security, and suddenly all the exchanges started to, like comment to CoinGecko and then comment to us and say, guys, what we need to do. We won't do everything properly. And they started to do annual pen tests. And the result of it is that in 2020, the number of big exchanges hacked was 9 cases. And like our partnership with CoinGecko was 1st of July 2020. And in 2022, we had only 2 hack cases of cryptocurrency exchanges. So we believe that this approach have proved that it is possible to influence on the market if you approach it from the right angle. So yeah, let's leave it. We've felt confidence once again, and since that period of time, we managed to work with a lot of different good projects and help them with their security. So we're approaching, but the war, of course, is not over, and it's, fighting with fraudsters, scammers is a never-ending story. So today I just want to highlight our plans and how we see how to fight scammers, fraudsters, and hackers. So we start with scammers, and right now I see one of the biggest problems is that we still don't have enough information about projects tokenomics. We don't have enough. Like surprisingly, when we started to make a research, we understood that there is around 30% of projects that even the on-chain data, like when you see like different chains, it doesn't match with ETF tokenomics that's projects are publishing, and it's more than that. They don't follow it, like projects that don't follow like after like 1 year what they promised in the tokenomics. It's like it's even bigger number. And but even more than that, we in my opinion, tokenomics is the most important financial statement of any crypto project, and community needs to know if there are some investors, what are their wallets, and they need to have tools to see how these investors behave. And in fact, they need to understand, are they flippers, are they like golden diamond hands, and people need to know with whom they join, investments in this or that project. That's we see a very big, and by giving a transparency to this with the tokenomic audits, we believe that this can solve many issues with scammers. We will make their life much more difficult. Okay, so then the hackers. So right now we see the problem that there are a lot of different audit companies already in the space, and unfortunately, the methodology is still different. People are doing audits sometimes for marketing and not paying less to less known companies, and this can lead to um, to false trust to this project. Like from our side, we always put two different auditing teams when we approach any client, and that causes us like it's more costs, it's more time, but better quality. But unfortunately, not everybody is following such approach, and they don't go to work with us because for them we're sometimes quite expensive. So we see that the standards, and there is actually a big working group on the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, where like most of the top auditors are included: Sigma Prime, Open Zeppelin, Trial of Bits, Certora, us. That we will do a standard, and there will be also a part of the standard. There will be a reviewing committee who is checking the quality of the audits that is performed according to the standard, and that reviewing committee uh, will be will have representatives from most of the auditing companies. So, and we focus to build this big ledger of the all the security data of all the cryptocurrency projects on our also Ser.life, still Ser.life, our product. So the next roadmap for Ser.life, like the most important, is much more data for security, for all the information, and for tokenomics. One more thing I want to add is that for there are a lot of cases when, for example, latest one, Marlin, I remember, when projects are doing the audit, but they are changing some code after that, or they add some new smart contracts that's
Yeah, unaudited.
unaudited, that's work with, and that's actually causing the hack. And if you go to check reg.news, at the moment is the best place to review all the hacks happened in Web3. You will see that at the leaderboard, like in the top 30 projects that have been hacked, you will see that their tick mark is that they were unaudited. And that's all because the audit that the projects performed was out of scope, or because of the reason I explained. So for us at Ser.life, we are working on the problem to review like all the GitHub of every single project and show exactly what was audited when and whether the code was changed afterwards. That's very uh, big manual job to do, but someone needs to do it, and we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it's very practical.
Yeah, thank you. And the last, again, the main fight is still for with fraudsters, and I still believe that taxes are our biggest enemies. And the current state of proof of reserve that suddenly everybody started to do is still very weak. Even today, we can see crazy news. I think I was checking Twitter today. So Binance reserves, the proof of reserves that they were publishing 1 month ago, they showed that they were like kind of over collateral by 100, like 17, 120% of their liabilities. And 1st of June, it says that they over collateral only 103%, basically around $3 billion, even more, like even $5 billion disappeared. And what will happen next month? That will be under collateral. So like we have at the moment we have absolutely no transparency over what is happening inside all the cryptocurrency exchanges. Current state of proof reserve is not enough, and even that they are like showing that they have some assets it doesn't really means that they own them,
Yeah.
when they show the wallets. And for some exchanges that's even not possible to do, because a lot of them are using third-party custodials like BitGo and so on, and they even can't properly show the proof of reserve, which means that they probably fake all the stuff. So and the last thing is that we know that the most of the dirt is happening with the second and third tier tokens, because cryptocurrency exchanges, they exactly know how many people are withdrawing tokens after their deposit, and basically these percentages are like only 20, maybe 20 up to 30%, depending on the project. If there is a risk, that not the risk, is the behavioral behavioral mode, that's a person after like buying a token at exchange, it's withdrawing it somewhere, not keeping it at the exchange. So exchanges know that, and what they do, they just sell unexisting tokens to their customers, and basically all the time dumping the price. We cannot prove it with with the like very like exact facts, but we can prove it by seeing that some exchanges are holding second tier tokens of their customers at other exchanges, meaning that they have absolutely no no mm, fear of moving tokens from one exchange to another and basically manipulating the manipulating them. So yeah, this is the main fight, and we before we don't fix this problem, I don't think that it's secure to hold your crypto on exchanges. And I'm in Prague, I'm in Crypto Anarchy Institute of Crypto Anarchy right now, and of course, in the end, I would like to finish with the phrase "not your keys, not your crypto," even though there are already a lot of wallets that there is a lot of movements about it's also insecure to store your funds at wallets, but this is already another chapter and another presentation.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people, they kind of realize that they're either like pain of losing funds and then discovering more importance of self custody, or just by educating themselves, which a lot of people should. Uh, it was actually quite interesting, Dima. Thank you so much for this presentation. I think what you mean about security, it's usually one of those things that people kind of until it's late, but I really hope so. People will learn from these mistakes that other people do when they see them losing funds, be it on centralized exchange or because of smart contract hacks, and learn to trust professionals like yourself to help them audit their code and ensure that everything will be fine. There's some questions I would love to ask. We have 5 minutes late. So throughout your journey, like you started in 2018 and it's been like at least 5 years now, right?
17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, soon 6 years.
Wow. It's incredible. How much does the education and sort of practical side of day-to-day users change, like to respectful to the security of their assets, and also to the respectful to the protocols they use? Because most of people, they might not actually think twice when they connect their wallet to decentralized application, right, and use it. How do you look at that?
Um, security topic is very difficult, and most of the people, and that's actually a very big barrier for a lot of people to start using crypto. because for them all the seed phrases, all the news of a lot of protocols being hacked is a stoppage factor, and especially when we talk about seed phrases, because they perfectly know that they don't trust themselves and they want to trust someone else. And everybody was losing digital assets, like some pictures or a phone, and everybody remembers this pain, when you lose something digital. So I believe that the security infrastructure of Web3 is still not built, and we still need a lot of work to do in order to onboard like billions of people. And it's been much better than it was in 2017. In 2017, no one knew what is smart contract audit, and like starting with DeFi summer, the database of vulnerabilities is already very, very mature. It's like not possible to do a flash loan attack anymore. Like everybody knows how to defend from it. So generally, it's becoming better, but the things that I highlighted, especially like with the security database of all the projects, is essential, because it's just we see that the biggest hacks are happening there. Let's just remember earlier hack, $200 million. Like the protocol was audited like 3 times with the top firms, and then they added a small stupid smart contract that upgraded one small feature, and that created the opportunity to drain all the funds.
I feel like both like white hat hackers and black hat hackers kind of they change and improve the ways they operate. So they adapt to the situation. And I agree, security is a topic worth studying, but it's obviously a huge topic to dive into. But we have 2 minutes. I wanted to ask quick questions, maybe 30 seconds each answer. So we ask 2 questions. First is, how do we boost Web3 in Ukraine? And the second one is, when do you think the bull market will start?
The bull market will start 3 months before halving, at least, maybe earlier. And the first question about, sorry?
Yeah, it's about Ukraine and crypto ecosystem here. What do you think we need to do to boost it here locally?
We need more offline events, that's for sure. And you're doing a great job, and Ref, my respect for you to
thanks
bring
to Incrypted.
That's really big appreciation to you, to Incrypted team, what you're doing. But we need to promote working on crypto among young students. And we need to hire young students, and we have internship programs at Hacken, and hopefully we can hire more and more young talents. And crypto is fun. Working in crypto is amazing. So I was working 8 years at Deloitte, then 2 years for government, and I've never been such happy man working in crypto.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dima. It was great meeting you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.